Everybody seen the last two videos. It has been frustrating trying to figure this out. I am not new to streaming, but I have not done it in a while since Season 3 of Call of Duty or Modern Warfare 2. So, let's see here. What we're going to do is give you a rundown of what I would do for a minion class, in which, if take my advice, don't. I've played Diablo for years now and ran Necromancer in every one that I've played that has the Necromancer, which, whatever. Here we go. Alright. Now I started off with the Reap, which is, it sends out a skeleton that does a circle in a line, and it does vulnerable damage as long as you jack it up all the way to here. Now I'll let y'all read this part and what it does. It raises attack speed, and which you always want your attack speed to be raised. And this one right here kills anything like little grunts and stuff like that are 5%. If I send it into a crowd that my minions have already done a lot of damage in the crowd, then it's just going to kill a bunch of the ones that it touches, which it will touch a lot if it's in a crowd. Okay, moving on. We're giving more juice to the skill that I just showed you by jacking these up, which I'm going to use my next skill point I earned from a challenge or a side quest to put the finishing touches on this one. Because I'm already at the level where I don't get no more skill points. I only get them if I am able to find them out into the world. So, and we're gonna go all the way down to here. Every 4 casts, the enemies become vulnerable for 2 seconds. And with the other skills and the other aspects that I have set up on my armor and weapons, the vulnerable damage comes into play when you're using minions, and the vulnerable damage is the purple outline of the health bar on the enemy. When you see purple, they are vulnerable, and they will drop health very quickly if you attack them. And you want vulnerable enemies, especially when you're going up against bosses, because you can take a lot of their health down very quickly as long as that purple thing, the purple outline, is on their health bar. Excuse me. Okay, moving down to Corpse Explosion. This, in my opinion, is one of the best ones, especially when you're running the minion setup that I have, but we're not going to go too far into detail. But you want to jack this all the way up to 5, and you're going to always get this one if you're going left or right, but I go up to the Blight Corpse Explosion, which creates a darkness and does a lot of damage over 6 seconds. Moving on. Anyways, I forgot to say this. Skeleton Mage Warriors and Skeleton Warriors and Skeleton Mages and your Golem all have a skill that you need to go ahead and raise to its highest amount, which increases their damage, life. So you want that to be up, because your minions will die quick if this is not up. And there are other things with my armor and other things that are added to cause them to be even more stronger, but we're about to get to them after we get to this. This has to do with the Reap. Don't pay attention to this. This was not skill points I used. This is with the armor, which is another thing like the Corpse Explosion. If you like it, you can use it too. Same color as this one, but a little further down. It's over here by the shadow damage stuff, but I jack these all the way up except for this one. I haven't, I'm using the skill points that I get. But Golem all the way up, Army of the Dead. This one right here is in particular one of the best things for you to use if you're running a minion class, because if you have no minions on the field, all it is a press of a button and it will raise all your minions for you as it's sending out exploding skeletons. But you won't get the exploding skeletons until you raise this all the way up, or get this skill. It only takes one. You get this skill and then you go over here and you get this one, and this will start raising your stuff if you don't have any, which comes in handy in a mob of enemies. Alright, moving on. Anything to do with your minions' health, damage, and attack speed, always raise. Always. And last but not least, the end one where you only get to pick one, and I go with the minions because again we're on a minions build, which there are many other builds for the Necromancer, but this one is very easy to use and very good and friendly to newbies coming in, as long as you follow the guidelines set by people like me who have played for years. Anyways, moving on to the Book of the Dead, which is how you control what skeletons you send out to the field. There is the skirmishers, which are the warriors with the swords. They, do a bunch of attacks and whatnot, which I don't go with them when I'm using a minion build. I like to use the reapers. There's defenders, and there's this one. You can read these, but this build is mainly focused on this one, using the reapers. These ones right here, they create more flesh, which the flesh is how you send out stuff like this and raise priests to buff up your skeletons, which if you have a roster full of minions and you hit the triangle button, that's what I have set up for the minions to be raised. You hit the triangle button to raise your minions after you have all of them on the field. That only makes them stronger. Anyways, moving on. The frost mages are the best mages in my opinion, because there is an aspect that I have with my armor that causes them to create a blizzard effect, that at the end of the blizzard effect it freezes the enemy, even freezes elites. It doesn't freeze big bosses, but it does do vulnerable damage, and we love vulnerable damage as a minion build. Anything vulnerable damage wise is a good thing, because then their health drains fast. Purple bar over their health enemy, that's what you look for. Iron Golem slam attack also does more vulnerable damage, and then they just, like I said, stack it, stack it, stack it. This game is nothing but making a rhythm. Now with the armor and stuff, I'm just going to sit on them. I'm not going to read them. Mainly focus on the writing with the star in front of it, and it's written in orange text. These are called aspects. You will not get aspects until you get legendary armor. So you've seen that one. That gives me more skeleton warriors, which you don't have to have the max amount of minions on the field to do damage. 12, that's what I have. 6 warriors, 5 mages, and 1 golem, and I still destroy things, even on world tier 3. This right here kind of makes me mad. I prefer to use one that has a barrier and the barrier that surrounds you and only you, not a dome. I messed up earlier and I lost mine. I am looking for the aspect so I can destroy it and add it to this one, but this is what we got so far. Anyways, moving on. This is a unique scarred armor, which unique means it is one of the highest quality, and it has some of the best aspects. This one has, with the corpse explosion that I showed you, is all the way raised up, sends out a volatile skeleton, which is the same kind of volatile skeleton that comes out when I hit the Army of the Dead, which does a lot of damage. So we constantly hitting corpse explosion, constantly hitting it. This one right here, you gain health by being close to enemies, which if you follow one of the skills, being close to your enemy, being close to your minions while they're fighting makes them stronger and faster. This goes in hand with it. You're close to the enemy that your minions are fighting, and you're gaining health if you lost any. Blizzard, like I said, frost mages create a blizzard, and they don't do it without this. This right here causes them every 10 seconds to have a buttload of damage and freeze the enemy. Even elites it will freeze. It won't freeze big bosses. It will freeze elites, and it freezes them for 6 seconds. And as they're frozen, I'm able to send out the Reaper, who after 4 serves will cause them to be vulnerable, or I can send the Golem and cause them to be vulnerable, and buffing up the skeletons by raising the priest that I talked about, making them stronger, will destroy an enemy's health bar who is vulnerable very quickly. And a frozen vulnerable enemy, well, let's just say they don't last very long. This one right here, another thing I want to add, that little circle, blue circle that has 65 plus intelligence. When adding this at the Oculist, I believe it's called, it's the guy that deals with all the aspects of the armor and everything like that, and you won't have to worry about it until you get to higher levels. But when I added that extra little 65 intelligence, because on the skill list that you get after you hit 50, I needed to add that. But what I didn't know is when you add that and hit the no change, which is the circle, the blue circle, it will not let you destroy it. It will not do anything but let you sell it at that point. And that's why I don't have my barrier on my chest armor anymore, because I added that. Which once you add that, just know that you're stuck with that item. You can't break it down. You can only sell it. Moving on. Again, star, orange writing. That's all you really need to know. And the other ones you read and you hope and pray you can pair it up correctly. The ones written in white, they play a part, but it's harder to match them with your character than it is for you to match the aspects. Worry about the orange before you worry about the other, because the orange can be moved over once you find a more suitable weapon that suits you in the white writing. You can just break down the item that doesn't suit you in the white writing, take that little star writing and move it to the item that does more for you in the white writing. So just remember, aspects can be moved unless they have that little blue circle on it. They cannot be moved after that. So make sure you're keeping extra aspects. this one right here, Army of the Dead, is active. Your minions gain 70% attack speed and take 90% reduced damage, meaning they are very strong for a very short amount of time, which can make a difference in a fight. This one right here only works if you are surrounded by a crap load of enemies, but when you are able to send that Reaper out multiple times over and over again, which I like, and Lilith dropped this one. This one right here, you can read it, but you won't really notice a big difference unless you change it. Anyways, that's my build. So we're gonna have a little bit of gameplay, and we're gonna see if we can find the, well, hold on, let's go. I might have got rid of all my stuff, but yeah, y'all, that's how you take care of a minion based build, in my opinion. Like I said, if you find that barrier, if you find the barrier aspect, that barrier aspect is very much a big part to play in this that I got rid of because I messed up. But no need to fret. We have the solution. Just grind until we find it again, and then have to make another video for it. Either way. Y'all give me 1 second. I am seeing if this group will allow this kind of YouTube video. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see what we got in the old stash.
I'm not ready yet.
By the way, y'all, this skin for my Necromancer was about, I think it was like 30 bucks, but unlike the whatchamacallit, unlike Call of Duty, I won't have to buy another skin for a while. So if y'all wanted to, y'all could leave a comment and see what y'all think of this game. Me personally, after somebody who's played these games for years now, I rather enjoy it. You know, it's a bigger, it's more of what you want out of this game. This game is, it's Outlast. It's an old game. Let's just say that. It is a very old game. An old franchise predating a lot of other games. But yet, here we are just now on number 4. The last time when 3 came out, I can't remember what year that was. But when it came out, I remember that a lot of people were not pleased with that one at first, which me personally, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I think it came out in 2012, which, come to think about it, that's quite a, Waited almost 10 years for a sequel. Damn. But these games are well put together though, you know. It's not like Call of Duty and, you know, just put it together so we can get some money coming in. No, this one right here, you know, it's well done, dude, and it's exactly what you expect these games to be. What I'm about to play is called Helltide.
I need more time.
And what Helltide is a mass amount of enemies in a area. If you've never played World Tier 3, like if you want to level up and get better weapons, you need to hurry up and get to level World Tier 3. World Tier 2 ain't shit. I finished it in 20 minutes. That little dungeon, I finished it in 20 minutes. What's going on here? I thought this was Helltide. Oh well. It doesn't look like Helltide's working. We'll find it on a different one. We'll come to it. They show up, man, but Helltide's fun. And as y'all can see, it does pretty good. Like I said, I'm raising skeleton priests, making them stronger so they can take down everything. Like people say, this class is OP and it's meta, and it really is. And when built right, this class is nothing to get close to. Because for one, you're gonna have to go through all my little homies, gang. But yeah, dude, this is just insane. That's what my attack level is at. That's what my armor's at. And that has a lot to do with the second phase of your skill points. Which, I'll show y'all here in a minute. Once I get to a spot, I can stop. It is a little more, not chaotic, it's just, you need to pay attention. Because just because you think you hit the requirement doesn't always mean you hit the requirement. You have to, sometimes it requires you to be above. I guess we entered a whispered tree. Look at that.
I'm not ready yet.
And that's the corpse explosion I'm telling y'all about. See, it sends that little guy out. He's in. Those things come out with the Army of the Dead. But I get one. I get to send out corpse explosion due to that aspect that I showed y'all. As I said. Run low. I'm gonna make an Army of the Dead. Bring all my minions to go. that is. One of the Whisper, Tree of Whispers missions. There's the vulnerable damage I told y'all about, and that's why we love vulnerable damage. It does massive amounts. It helps your minions do a big dent in an elite or boss if that purple bar is above their health. I don't know what's going on with this Hell Tide. It's really kind of irritating me.
I need more time.
Hell Tide's fun. So if anybody's watching this and you're like, oh man, World Tier 3, that sounds hard. They give you the tools to beat it. To, you know, go through. World Tier 3 is not that bad. Now yes, the enemies are stronger and you will notice a difference very quickly. But you should be able to, you know, be equal with them by the time you hit World Tier 3. You shouldn't be moving into World Tier 3 any lower than 50. I think I was 56 when I went into World Tier 3. I went into World Tier 2 very quickly. Finished the little dungeon mission that it involves getting to World Tier 3. And I did it in 20 minutes with this build, but I had my barriers armor, which I know I keep repeating that, but it really does suck because that was a big part to play in my minion build, which we're going after. I can add another aspect I got from a dungeon, but it doesn't have as much as that other one did. Oh, we're really about to see this class shine here, guys. Does anybody know the Goat Clan are the roughest enemies? They get mob deep. And see, that will happen a lot with this minion class when you're doing vulnerable damage. The elites will throw you back just to try to get a breather from all the damage you are doing. And as I said, if you're not a high class, do not try and go toe for toe with these things right off the rip. Give it a little bit of time with some better armor.
I'm not ready yet.
We ran out of minions. And there you have it. Still kicking. Here we go. We're going to these. Now these right here, it looks confusing. It's not confusing. This right here is for every 5 willpower purchase with a range, you gain 8% increased damage while fortified. For every 5 willpower you purchase within range, you gain 1.1 increased damage to crowded controlled targets. We're gonna go with that one. sorry guys. This game got to be on quick, and it will make a difference. The more you level up, the more you get your stuff going, and the more you get all your little classes flowing. You gotta get all your aspects and all your skills to align in the correct way with any class and build character in this game. Your aspects of your armor and your skills do not align, then you will do horrible on a regular. Like, I see a lot of people going, my minions die quick. Well, they die quick at the first of the game. Your skill up when you use mastery to cause them to have more health, more damage. They're going to die quick because they're not like players like you. They're not a character like you. They are an extension of you, and without health, they will die very quickly. All those skills and that build I showed you works with every tier level that I have played so far. And I've played Nightmare and all that stuff and others that I have yet to make it to this one, because I'm not going to that without having the proper level and armor and gear. I want to at least have most of my gear at unique, guard unique, which can take some time and a lot of tedious dungeon missions. But once you get there, you can go to level 4 with confidence, knowing that you have good enough and weapons. Your skills and everything pretty much stay. In areas like the dungeon when you're going and doing missions where the ring that gives me 30% back to Lilith drop comes into play. As long as it's my core attack, which is this, the X button, as long as it is all the way, as long as it's hitting 4 enemies, I'm gaining at least 30% of my essence back. And we ran out of minions a while ago. Army of the Dead will raise them back without me using a lot of my essence. And corpse explosion is a lifesaver because I can literally blow things up, sending one of those little exploding volatile skeletons with it, with that armor, with the armor thing that I added. I can't aspect, sorry, had a brain fart. Anyways, as long as that, once I got that aspect, this thing became serious damage, especially that darkness. It does damage as they're standing in it for 6 seconds. And if the entire floor is covered in it, because all my reapers are laying corpses down everywhere, guess what that means for me? That there's a lot of damage going on all over the place. Now, we have the key. We go this way. I'm telling you, those goat folks don't play around. They mob up into it. That vulnerable damage, I'm telling you, that purple damage. See how fast my essence went up and I ran up into a crowd of them. Stand toe to toe with you. blown up. What is that? Bone storm. Oops, someone froze me. What's we doing in here? Holy cow. Perfect example of what this class can do. That quick. Now I'm hoping this is one of the dungeons with a big boss in it, and not just an extra tedious little thing to do. It should have. I'm hoping it has a big boss so I can show y'all exactly how this works. Y'all are seeing how it works with the elites, which is pretty much works the same way, except the boss has that big ass stuff. If anybody's offended by me cussing, I'm sorry, but you're really, I mean, just think about it, you're playing a game called Diablo. I mean, get real.
I'm not ready.
Corpse explosion. Corpse explosion. Army of the dead. Corpse explosion. We gotta wait for Army of the dead. He keeps hitting me. We do see all that vulnerable damage going on there, and that's what we want to see, especially when we're running the minion class. All those clips get produced causes humans to be able to clips explode and send that dark space everywhere.
I have no potions.
Oh no, you have no potions. That's what I'm saying, man. I can send it out like crazy because of those reapers. Because of the little guys with the sickles. They're dropping meat everywhere to you. Gives me nothing worth a damn. All that killing. Booby trap. Vulnerable damage, kill. Now if y'all want to get a buttload of armor like I I just did, which we all know I started with nothing. I suggest you going into dungeons. Doing a bunch of dungeons is how
I'm not ready
I
yet.
got a bunch of how I got my level up so high so quick. The dungeons have the most enemies going on. You're more than likely about to face quite a few elites. Dungeons are the best place, in my opinion, to find all the good armor and all the good stuff. And here we go. Minion-based class boss fight.
I need more time.
Hey, this is the guy that's on what you call it? The builds the Patriot. This is the boss face. Harder. And stronger. And more health. And that's what happens when he gets hit by bomb level damage. And we just killed a boss with half a bar of health. Quickly. To the Tree of Whispers. I figured I'd give y'all some gameplay too with this. Hope y'all are liking this so far. Y'all excuse me, I'll have to go mute for a minute.
I need more time. I need more time.
Sorry, y'all, I'm doing a few tests. Alright, we're back. We're hoping we fixed that. Not too sure. I know I am talking a little bit low, but it's probably because I have the audio set up wrong. Excuse me. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hi, yo. Good God. Y'all forgive me. I am so sorry. There, that should work. Alright.
It is done.
It is done.
Feast, lamb, feast.
I cannot carry more.
I cannot carry more. The Tree of Whispers, guys, do those every time you come across them. If you come across one of its little side quests, it can give you a lot of skill points. It can give you quite a bit of stuff. Gives you quite a bit of XP for finishing
Bless
them.
and thank you.
Oops. Didn't mean to sell that.
A fine deal.
I don't carry anything gold unless I'm going to sell it, which you can see. I'm a millionaire, which is not hard to do in this. And we're going to do this and this. Sorry, y'all. Kind of narrating all that. I need to go to an Oculus. Closest hometown is Sorry, y'all, I've been on mute.
You know, I see a lot of people using like Barbarian and Rogue and stuff like that. Like, look, man, those are cool and all, and yeah, they do a lot of damage, but this one right here, especially at the lower tiers, you could literally put your controller down and once you get your minions to a certain point, you can literally walk away and feel comfortable knowing that you're more than likely not gonna die. So if you need to go take a piss break or whatever. Am I missing something here? Did I not pick up those seeds? Really, you dick? Yeah, see, he was a higher level than me. There was no getting around that. And when you got people like that playing in player versus player, I tend to walk away.
I need more time.
You can keep going at it, and if he finds you, you could stack up a mass amount of seeds and lose them all. And I'm just not in the mood for that. My brother's running a sorcerer class on his, which I've never been big on the sorcerer in any of the games. I think the first class I ever played was barbarian, but once I played with Necromancer, it was, well, at first cast, at first sacrifice, either way, dude, like, oh, look at that. Oh, he ain't going nowhere. And they say treasure golems don't exist. You just gotta look for them on the mini-map. If you're not looking on the mini-map, you won't see them. In the old ones, they used to run across your screen. Maximum warrior skeletons. We can use that, break that down, and keep that. In case we find an armor that has a better setting for my class. How do y'all like my PGA Tour voice? Huh? Right on the tee. Give me 1 second, y'all. Forgive me for that.
Alright, y'all, I'm back. Excuse me. I had to fix the audio because the audio is pretty loud. Game wise, I wasn't either speaking loud enough. And this is where the barrier came into play. If you noticed, I was able to stand there and go blow for blow with them in a crowd because of that barrier. This class really is like OP as it gets, man. There are some irritating moments, like if you can't get out of a crowd and you get stuck and they stun you and you can't heal, then this class becomes a pain in the neck. But if you got it set up, then usually you can get away from a crowd of enemies long enough to raise your minions back up and make sure that you are able to heal. Big bad boss. It's spider. Here's the barrier. Vulnerable damage, corpse explosion damage, and bam. I'm just telling you, this class can make a world of difference for people who are having issues playing on the other classes. It gives you assistance, more friendlies to help you through the mass amounts of enemies. Like just that. I just cleared that.
Gates still locked. Sentries at walls don't bother. Cave entrance here, and here. Tunnels must lead under the city. Not sure where they let out.
Huh.
Snakes here.
This is the first I've seen of treasure maps.
Watch for snakes.
If I can remember, I will go check that out. Oh.
I need more time.
I need to become unfrozen. Just look at the massacre piling up. I'm telling you, man, this class, dude. That barrier.
of there. Well. Boom. Oops. It got me.
I need more time.
Oh, we're getting them. Making our minions stronger by raising skeleton priests. This is why I was talking about the barrier earlier. I miss my 2500 some odd barrier. It was way better than this one, but this one will do.
I need more time.
Vulnerable damage. Get him, get him, get him. Boom. And just like that. Run, run, run. Don't worry. See, I'm telling y'all, this is a really good class. Now that I got my barrier back, it's even better. I missed my barrier. Now the barrier will only show up if I damage an elite enemy. And with any damage. As long as it's on an elite. It's a bad mamma jamma. Gone. Ooh, what was that? Legendary dagger, bone prison. Ugh. Just like that. Boom. See, I'm telling y'all, man, this class ain't nothing to mess with. Ooh, hope y'all are enjoying it. It's a pretty good setup. But this is if I don't touch nothing. Which I wouldn't do that unless it was just like small little guys. But I mean, they can take on an elite by themselves, but maybe just one.
I need more time.
Don't we all? What we got here?
I need more time. I need more time.
Son of a bitch.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, sometimes it don't work, man. I've about had them a few times. Sorry, y'all, for that embarrassment. Oh, we got another one already? Moving on up. Go willpower.
I need more time.
Champion, huh? Wasn't very champion. That wasn't a very big champion fight. Where's our heading? Going to another dungeon. We're dungeon riders. Dude, I like going in dungeons and shit, man. You already know you're gonna get some loot. World Tier 3, you will really gain your levels and your skills quick if you can stay afloat and not die. like I said, man, you'll be using Corpse Explosion if you set it up the way I did with the aspect I did with the from the armor. You will be using it quite a bit because it uses no essence. So therefore, as long as there are piles of bodies dropping, that thing will go forever. And that is why we use the Reapers, the skeleton warriors with the sickles. On the hunt for some amazing stuff. Oh, what we got? Got some pants. Sorry, y'all. Thinking out loud. Remember the good old days when you could only have so many unique items on at a time. I don't know if it's like that on this one. I would assume not. Used to be only 3 unique items. Hope when we run into the butcher again, I'm gonna cut him down. I am currently 5-3. I've won 5 times, he's beat me 3. The barrier, that's what helps. If they're vulnerable and frozen, that barrier is going to stay available longer. Buffing them up, making my minions stronger, raising skeleton priests. Got it. Not against my minions.
what I'm saying, guys. You can't fuck with this class once it is all the way tuned up. What we got here? Oh, I thought it was going to be a side quest inside the dungeon. And any of my Diablo people checking out my YouTube page, if you play Call of Duty, there is a bunch of crazy clips on my YouTube for Call of Duty. I'm no pro, but I'm no slouch. I'm no slouch either. There's a treasure one. I told you, you gotta watch the mini-map. Another good indication that a treasure troll's around if you see a bunch of little trails of coins. People said there's no treasure trolls. Or treasure goblins, excuse me, I'm calling them trolls. Ooh, we're getting full. Blue can go, blue can go. We only want the ones that's going to bring us the most money.
believe it or not, when you get to this high of a level, when you start messing with the aspects of the weapons and whatnot, you will end up spending a lot of money. $1 million easy every time you go mess with the aspects. So having millions of gold and anything else, any other resource, it's always best to have it. Even if you don't think you need it, get it. Big boss. Cross your fingers for a big boss and not some more tedious little stuff. Yep, here we go. More tedious stuff.
I need more time. I'm not ready yet.
Boom, boom, boom. Usually by the time your barrier wears off, you have taken the elite down that caused the barrier to come up. So that's why we rock a barrier. That looked important. Unique. Here we go.
Alright, y'all. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed. I am hopping off here now. Thank you for watching. And we will do some more live streaming at a later time, but this is my Necromancer build, and it's clearly very OP. See y'all later.